yeah, like they say in Hollywood, stand by for action.
Hello everyone and welcome to a D&D 5th edition live stream on Roll20. I'm MVL, your Dungeon Master for this one-shot game. Today we have the Jonin Monkey playing Bagu. Tell us a bit about your character, Jonin.
Bagu is a turtle, a new race that was actually introduced a couple of weeks ago as part of the Tomb of Annihilation. The turtles are kind of like a nomadic race who are constantly moving from place to place, and Bagu in particular is a fairly mellow sailor who decides that he just wants to travel the world to see and learn as much as he can in his own very mellow fashion.
And yet you've ended up somehow in the Caves of Chaos. Joshua, tell us a bit about your character, Slow.
Well, first off, Slow is not his real name, as I am playing a furball who don't truly believe in names. Slow is just the unfortunate moniker he's gifted himself after people have told him, you're slow, aren't you? And he's sort of assumed that was them giving him a name. I'll be playing a druid today, a moon druid specifically, and yeah, he's a very mellow, slow talking, slow walking, we'll get there eventually kind of guy.
Fantastic, and finally we have Odin. Tell us about your character.
My character's called Bobby. He's a bit of a shifty character. He's always got his hands either in somebody else's pockets or where they don't belong.
Fantastic.
And, yeah, easygoing guy, but you never know what else is going on there.
And we shall soon find out, I feel. For you travellers have found your way, not by your own accord, but by being dragged, kicking and screaming to this prison cell. Some of you may not even remember the trek, as you were unconscious during it. As you travelled the King's Road, you were assailed and brought here, where you find yourself in this prison. A couple of brutish hobgoblins are standing in front of you. There are humanoids to your left and a large orc to your right. Various weapons and implements of torture are scattered around this chamber. One hobgoblin stands up against the fire facing away from you. The other is ahead of you. He looks like he could be asleep. He's sort of nodding off. He's been on duty for quite a while. And you can see a keychain dangling from his side.
Sorry, quick interruption. Is it meant to be? Is this meant to be fear to the mind at the moment? Because I can't see a thing.
Oh wow! I will shift click you to your location.
Okay. Yep,
did that bring you there? Okay.
It brought me there. I can't see a thing though.
You should see a little bit of light. I'll just make sure I have actually given you control of your token.
Yeah, you've taken me to the location. I saw your ping. It's just I can't actually see anything. Sorry for this complete out-of-character chat, everyone.
That's alright, I didn't give you control. I actually gave Joshua control of your character.
I have all the characters. I am Legion.
I should probably explain, folks, this is a bit last minute because we were going to continue Curse of Strahd, but several people had to drop out for various reasons, so one shot.
Yay!
Okay, I'm still blind. I'm just going to assume that's a turtle thing.
Yeah, but that's a terrible feature of theirs. Oh, who's there?
You might have control now when you refresh.
Okay, I'll refresh. Hang on. Let's see. Waiting. Come on. Alright, put me to the location now. There we go. Now I can see myself.
And that's live streaming, folks.
We'll get there eventually. Anyway.
As Bagu slowly opens his eyes and the world around him comes into light, you find yourself right next to a very large, burly orc, beaten and bruised in the cell to your right. To your left, there is a human and a very large humanoid creature, almost giant size, you may not be familiar with. For the rest of you, the light of the fire doesn't quite make it to the far side, but you do see through the bars to your left two more humanoid figures. A very burly, beaten man who's crouched on the ground, and a very almost untouched female humanoid. She's got kind of a bob haircut that goes over her ears. She could be an elf or half-elf, you're not quite sure, but she's much less beaten and bruised than the man.
Right. Does anyone remember where we are? I mean, I could have been run over again. Wouldn't be the first time.
I think we're in a cell.
I suppose that was a dumb question. Do we know specifically where the cell is?
Yes.
Around us.
I see you're one of those people. Okay.
For those of you that
Got
were...
anything on you?
anyone that was travelling from the King's Road, or perhaps to the keep on the Borderlands, you would have known of a place of great evil known as the Caves of Chaos, which is a kind of nightmarish location where sometimes travellers and merchants were dragged off to, and that may be where you find yourselves as a motley crew chained up in the cell, perhaps to become dinner to these hobgoblins or some sort of great feast.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Hello, hobgoblin fellows.
My friend, I would be quiet.
Oh, really? Do hobgoblins not like talking then?
From the left of you, a voice quietly comes in. Keep it down. They'll beat you if you resist.
Oh, they're those kind of people. Huh. It's be like them to give hobgoblins a bad name.
MVL, how wide are these bars?
The bars in front of you are a couple of inches thick, but the main bars are mind about 5 inches thick. So, like the gate or the doorway the bars are much thick, denser. So it looks a bit more hardy. But the bars around it, there's, let's say, one on each side, are a lot more sparsely positioned.
Got you. Worry not, friends. I have this. And I'm going to be shaped into a mouse.
Not a problem.
I don't have a token for that. But,
yeah,
I'm going to head over to... You said I saw keys, correct?
I'm just going to update your token.
As he's transforming, Bagu's just in the stare at him and going, huh. I don't think I've seen that before.
Sure, it comes in handy.
Makes you wonder why he didn't do it earlier.
Guess
We
I
just
didn't over there
woke
hard
up.
enough.
Oh man, I
Oh, look,
accidentally freed the orc.
My power is unbound.
Hey, Turtle Man, keep an eye on those hobgoblins.
Alrighty.
Can I make a stealth check?
You can. You should have control of a mouse in front of where you were, Slow.
Yes, but I can see nothing now.
Oh, excellent. You I might not have given it sight.
I think it's because the mouse is actually in front of the human.
No, I didn't give it sight. There you go. Fortunately, they were not paying any attention. How are you going to go about getting the keychain?
I'm going to stealthily move across.
Go for it.
As he's doing this, Bagu's obviously trying to attract the guards' attention again by going, "Hey guards, may I ask a question?"
And to keep the movement of the cell to the right in canon, the orc started rattling his chains as soon as he witnessed you change your form. But he didn't, in fact, speak out. He just almost literally shook the cell to the right.
In my rat form, can I... You said these keys, were they hanging from him or just like on the ground next to him?
They're hanging from his side, almost on a belt pouch.
Can I nibble away at the cord?
You can give me a stealth check.
Can I speak to the guard to try and assist him in this, just to distract him a bit?
I believe he's sleeping.
One of them appears to be asleep, the other's looking away. He does glance back to your location every now and then, but he's very focused on keeping warm by the fire.
Is the sleeping one the one with the keys?
Yes, he is.
Oh, okay. In that case, I guess I'll just distract the one that's awake then.
Okay.
That's basically the same as before. Just going, hey, can I ask you a question?
Don't think you want to wake the other one up.
Alright, I'll keep it low. Hey, do you want a question?
I don't actually know what a rat's stats are. Does it have advantage on stealth?
It's small, but I guess you made a very loud squeak or something.
No, you could still make a loud amount of noise as you go up and nibble him. You could, bite his leg or something along those lines. You get the impression that as you traverse closer, the hobgoblin to the right has noticed you. And he steps around and he goes to stamp on you.
While everyone's distracted with this, I would like to shape change into a hobgoblin.
Not a problem. As you scurry up, you back away very quickly as the hobgoblin comes down for what to you is a colossal foot right towards you, but you nimbly escape it as he shouts some obscene words in a language that most of you may not understand.
Well, that's not very nice.
I'd now like to say in hobgoblin, "Oi, you idiots! Get me the hell out of there!"
Okay.
In goblin.
Do you speak goblin? Yeah, that's a good start. In goblin, he does reply as he comes closer to you. What the hell's going on here?
I just went to sleep. I was used to chuck this in here and lock the cell. I want it out.
Give me a deception check. It will, however, be a disadvantage because there was not a hobgoblin in there last time you looked.
The one in front of me now, is that the one that's sleeping?
Yes, he has not stirred.
Okay, I'm going to try to nibble away at it again.
No worries, give me a stealth on that.
Do I have advantage now that he's asleep?
Yes, you do, that's fine.
Incredible.
It doesn't matter either way.
So I'm going to roll a sense motive first, and then a perception after that. At disadvantage, because he's not paying attention. So you can see the face of the hobgoblin in front of you kind of shrivel up in disapproval from what you're saying. Your words may perhaps ring true, Odin, but the guy's is maybe a bit less convincing than you would have hoped, and he did turn but a moment ago and not see a hobgoblin in that cell.
I'll have your head for this.
It's going to be one of those sessions.
Okay, Slow, as you make your way up the leg of the hobgoblin, your teeth connect to the keychain. You start to pull away. Just as you do, the hobgoblin yelps loudly. "Ugh! He's come for my keys!" As you dart away, he goes for a swing.
Do I have the keys, sir?
Yes, you do.
Good job, I got loads of hit points in this form. That misses.
Yep.
So is that 2 points of damage because it's unarmed?
He went for a swing with his axe, which was resting next to him.
Cool.
I admire your spirit, Josh, but really.
It is definitely going to be one of these sessions.
My word.
So the rat form is definitely down. That would spill over to your hit points then.
Yeah. I go down to 8 health already.
I shall return you to your natural form.
Wow, you're all max damage from a crit as well. It's incredible.
Very unfortunate rolls at the moment.
It is. It is indeed.
As you return right in front of him, I would like everyone to roll initiatives at this point, and I need to put on some music to liven this up.
Oh god. Right, where is...
So long as I go before them, I'm alright. That's all I need to do.
Right, why was initiative on this then? Okay.
As he stumbles out, he's like, well, that's quite rude. Oh wow, we got insane initiatives as well.
Okay, what did everybody get?
Alright, I had 14.
16.
22.
$22 for Odin. And Slow, what did you get?
16.
So the turtle's going last. I guess it's kind of fitting, really.
Yeah, slow is actually not that slow.
Okay, and there's one more set of initiatives I'm just going to roll. That's pretty good.
At least your rolls have been consistent.
Oh wow, so that's 21.
"'Tis always darkest before the dawn."
That's true.
I'm loving this track from Incomplete Tech.
Yeah.
Sounds really badass for a guy that's just like decimated a rat. He's like a hero to these guys now.
Yes. Odin,
He is the new
you're
rat
up.
slayer.
What's your character name, by the way? Because I've got you down on my turn order as Odin's
Bobby.
character.
Bobby.
Bobby, good stuff. It is your action.
I'm going to address the hobgoblin in front of me. Come on here. Let me out. I want to bust him in. You gotta let me out.
So are you going to try and intimidate him, or are you going to try and grab him or something to that fact? Because he's about 10 foot away from you, so you're out of arm's reach.
Well, if he's not coming in anywhere near me, then I can't really grab him or anything.
I think he was trying to do a persuasion because he's still in hobgoblin disguise.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's swayed by your disguise, because you weren't there a moment ago.
I've got absolutely nothing in the cell, right?
The cell is empty. To your left, you can just about make out the form of a woman and a man. The man is pretty badly wounded and he's down on the ground. The woman looks like, as you've been talking, she's been making her way to the front of the cell, and she's been fiddling with it a little bit unnoticed by the hobgoblin, who had his eyes directed straight at you.
I try the gate, the door. It's definitely locked.
It is. You rattle it and it doesn't move.
Is it possible to attempt, obviously, to unlock it without thieves' tools, or?
You could definitely attempt it. You wouldn't get your proficiency, and I would add the DC up a little bit because you have no tools to use with it.
Yeah, no problem. But not disadvantage, or do you want me to roll with disadvantage?
Not with disadvantage. I'll just up the DC.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
That's just enough.
I just realised I didn't have the music set on loop. That was upsetting. You put your finger in the keyhole and you turn your finger. Nothing happens.
Damn.
It's an intricate lock.
It was worth a shot. Next up, we have someone else who is going to do a stealth roll. I did not mean to roll that with advantage. So she is seen because I will take the first roll, which was only a 4. The woman to your left started slowly moving the door. She immediately attracts the ire of the hobgoblin who moves in that direction. "What are you doing?" he screams at her, and she backs away from the front of the cell. It then goes to their turn.
Hey, I told you there's more of them than you think. You gotta let me out.
The one sitting down immediately makes his way to his feet. Because he's so below you in terms of size, he's basically grounded, and he's standing up. I will give you an attack of opportunity if you would like, slow.
No. Unless I can reshape as that attack.
Not at this point, no.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't do anything.
He rises, he picks up his weapon, and he swings it towards you.
No, let's not be hasty. Oh, this music's epic.
That's a 13.
Hits.
Okay. Five points of slashing damage, to which he gains the attention of his comrade, saying, "Get over here! They're out!" His comrade actually, although he wasn't fooled by Bobby, he was distracted, and now distracted by the woman to the right. He has only just noticed what's been going on, and he does start to make his way over there. After which we go to Slow.
Slowly runs a finger up the huge cut across his chest. Well, that is not very pleasant. And he's going to be shaped into a giant hyena.
Okay.
And he will do a horrendous guttural hyena laugh and go for the one in front of him.
Not a problem. Go for your attack while I find you a token. Is that a large hyena or just medium-sized, by the way?
It is large. Oh, revenge is so sweet.
Whilst all this is going on, Bagu's just sort of staring at the whole thing, slightly confused, but still just thankful that something appears to be happening. Or at least something in their favour.
Bobby's just staring at the hobgoblins with the most evilest intent possible.
Go get him, slightly psychotic dog.
I would do an impression, but I have no idea what a hyena sounds like.
Yeah, I was not ready on the tokens, but there you go. That's the best I can get you. That's your hyena.
Awesome, I crit him.
Sorry, what was your attack roll again?
Oh, he totally did.
Oh, I crit. I wasn't joking.
Alright, scroll down and see that you did. Excellent. Good stuff. That's double damage.
19 points of damage.
I think you need to turn 3D dice on.
Wow. Yeah, that's weird. I see my own dice. I didn't see yours just then. We'll deal with it as it comes. As you turn into your hyena form, you launch yourself forward, sending the hobgoblin back onto the seat, and you tear into him. You rip him asunder, you tear his armor off and then into his flesh as you bite and gnaw into his chest. The blood pools out of him. The other hobgoblin who was rushing towards you starts to back off slowly.
Yes, as the giant hyena, is he dead?
He is definitely dead.
I get to rampage, which means I move half my movement, make another bite attack against him.
Fantastic, go for it.
Oh wait, no, it's a bonus action to do that, so I cannot.
Oh yeah, because you transformed. Okay, that moves it on to Bagu.
Okay, not much I can do, I guess. So I guess I will just move forwards and I'll get. I guess the best way I could do is just so you know, I'm good at calming doggies. Do you want to let me out? And that's really all I can do.
The hobgoblin pays you quite literally no attention as he slowly backs off in fear.
Fair enough. I guess the only other thing I'll do is maybe see if I can poke my arm through the bars just to because I can only swipe at this point.
Not a problem. You do that, you sort of go quite wide as he backs off slowly. That would bring us round to Bobby.
The one that's obviously dead is the one that's got the key as well, isn't he?
Yes, he is. It's somewhere inside his remains.
I'm gonna hold my action until he comes past me, then attempt to grab him.
Not a problem. He may, in fact, be about 10 foot from you when he does so, but you're still going to hold it for that?
Yeah, I mean, that will stare at the bars.
No worries. That moves on to someone else. Bobby, you hear a creak from the left-hand side as the cage door to your left slowly opens and a female slips through.
I'll attempt to hand gesture her over.
She produces a dazzling blade from within the torn rags of clothing she had hidden away and puts it into the side just under the ribs of the hobgoblin. With that, she brings the blade towards her, sending his insides to the outside as he turns in shock and slowly falls to the ground to his knee, where she stabs out his eyes with the blade very deftly and quickly, and then he collapses face first onto the ground.
Can I assume the keys are on the floor since my my rat managed to get them free.
Yes, they are.
And I picked them up in my mouth and chucked them at the turtle.
No problem. You grab them in your teeth and you fling them towards Bagu. Bagu, you easily catch, and I won't make you roll for that. And you may unlock yourself without incident.
Whilst everyone's distracted, I'm going to quickly change back into my human form.
I'm also going to do that now.
I open the cell, and
I will also mention, because she rolled so badly, the woman in front of you very undeftly slips the blade away into her clothing once more. This time not quite as well concealed, as you can see the handle poking out from some of the rags that she wears.
Bagu just goes, nice job fighting. A bit excessive, but still nice job.
Hey, you gonna get that key here or what?
Oh, yes, sorry, my blue stick. Coming. And I go to unlock the cell.
Thanks, Scales.
It's
No
not a problem.
But it's Bagu, by the way.
Yep, alright, Scales.
I'm gonna go through my the bag in front of us and look for stuff.
Yes, you find all of your starting equipment inside the bag, along with a couple of other items.
Am I right in thinking that the woman is currently facing away from me?
Yes, she is, but behind you another figure is moving slowly.
Ah, the injured old man.
I am going to open the cage of the big fellow as well.
Hey, watch out, he's an orc.
And he is also in a cage.
Yeah, and for good reason.
Wait, were you in a cage for good reason? Was I in a cage for good reason?
I don't know, I just woke up.
Same here. For we know, he could be innocent. Is that right, Orc fella?
We should ask him.
Alrighty then. Orc fellow, are you in here for good reason?
Yes, I am enemy of Hobgoblin. Open the cell.
I sense motive that.
Yes, you may.
Or insight.
I guess I can make an insight check as well.
Yeah, you can. There's nothing really to roll. What he said was truthful.
I figured it's that. Bagu stares at him, then just shrugs and starts opening the key anyway.
Not a problem. When you get close to the point where the door is open, he pushes it open and forcefully steps outside.
Thank you would be nice.
At which point he makes his way to the corner of the room, looking towards all of you. But he says nothing. He fetches for himself a weapon from the contents of the bag that is scattered around the floor. A simple scimitar is what he picks up. It's very rusty, but it does have a couple of notches in the blade, as if it's been forced against metal before or some harder object.
Okay, this bag is where our belongings are, right?
Yes. Alongside the items that were in there, there were a couple more, as in 2 more short swords that were in there. There is also 25 gold pieces scattered amongst there that would have formerly been a coin purse, but it has been ruptured whilst in there.
Okay, Bagu just decides to pick up his belongings, including his spear, which, just to give the others an idea, you can tell it's very clearly homemade, as it's a very gnarled, it's kind of a gnarled, grotty-looking stick with a very haphazardly made point on the end.
Not a problem. Bobby, you're close enough to the 2 humanoids to hear them talking. You can't quite hear what the man is saying, but the woman, you can definitely hear her say, forget about the gold.
Right on. Just gonna go get my gear and start getting it all ready and on.
Not a problem. At this point, you are able to equip yourselves without any incident.
Do we have enough time to take a short rest?
You could if you chose to, yes.
Slow's going to take a slow rest. A short rest.
Is anyone going to do anything else during this time?
I guess Bagu will... well, I guess first he'll take a quick peek to see if there's actually anything coming through the door or anything.
Yeah, check the rest of the room.
The corridor to your left veers off to the right. That's as far as you can see from where you are.
Okie doke. The next thing he does is turn to what I assume is a couple over here, then goes, "Hello there, strangers. My name is Bagu. Are you alright?"
The woman speaks to you first, as the man was about to speak, but is very quickly and quite fervently cut off. I am Anara, and I am well, but my husband Finn is very badly wounded. The hobgoblins mistreated him tremendously.
Can I do a perception check on Finn to see what sort of wounds he's got?
You may.
I'm guessing the pair of them are distracted. Well, sorry, looking towards the turtle, shall we say?
Anara is kind of standing, which I haven't changed the facing. She's kind of looking towards the cells between the both of you. Her eyes occasionally flicker towards the bag that would have contained the gear to the left, as does Finn's.
Do you desire these weapons? I hold up the two metal swords as if they're made of something ugly and icky.
Finn at this point speaks up. It would be better to be armed than not, and that's my gold in that bag. I'm a merchant, and I'll be out of a trade without it.
Oh, here you go. I'll hand him the bag.
At which point he limps over and picks it up, and kind of stuffs it in what remains of his garments.
At this point, the Baku worked it up and said, "If you want, I can try healing that."
Anything you can do, if it is good and safe, then I will take your aid. You have to be aware I barely know you. Anyone would have killed those beasts to free themselves.
Well, fair enough. At the same time, I'm just trying to be helpful. But, I mean, you're not really in a position to refuse aid, are you?
Aye, that I am not.
Okay then, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him just to be nice.
Go for it.
If I could just find where it is. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the Roll20 character sheets. Oh, it doesn't roll the dice. Okay, so 1d8 plus... Okay, that'll be 2.
I'm going to go up to half orc while this is happening and speak to him in Orcish.
Alright, he regains 8 HP.
It seems like a lot of his superficial wounds were healed by your actions, but his leg, which from the outset appears to be broken, is definitely still going to cause him some problems. He's a very thickly built man, he's a very strong looking man, but he's definitely moving at half speed and probably unable to assist you in any physical tasks.
That is all I can do for you. I'm sorry. I'm not really an expert, just a traveller, really.
You're welcome. Scaly, was it?
Bagu, actually.
Bagu. Come find me in Green Rest if you have the time, and I'll sort you out. I'll repay you for this.
Okay. That sounds like a good plan.
Anara stayed silent through this whole period, just watching yourself, and occasionally her eyes flickered towards the orc in the corner.
Yeah, in Orcish, I'm going to say to him, "What are you doing here, Cell Shaker?"
He replies back to you in Orcish. Well, like the rest of you, I am an enemy to these people, and I would see them die as you would, and ourselves out of here. And is that not what's important?
No, not really. What's important is that the world remains and keeps on turning.
I see. And his eyes go vacant and he looks past you.
You don't see, but you will. And he's just going to turn around as if he's given the best sermon of anyone's life. And start heading his way out. He's not an intelligent guy.
Whilst all this is... sorry.
No, go for it.
I was going to say, whilst all this is going on, Bagu walks to the fire and he lights one of the torches he had in his explorer's pack, just so that he has some light going forward.
Thank you, because my character is very stupid and did not pick up fire.
So to make note, anyone that wants to take a torch will need to for their sight. I'm going to give Anara and Finn will have picked up a torch, and
Yeah.
Okay.
if you
I'll do
do,
the same.
sorry, it will take your offhand slot to keep it active.
I've got
Okay.
a hooded lantern, so I can put that on my belt.
I've got an extra torch, so if Josh's gap, I guess I'll have Bagu light 2 torches and give just hold him up and say, "Anyone wants a torch?" Just in case anyone else needs one.
Slow will lift the hand up and produce flames in his hand. No. Fire is one of my many mistresses.
Oh, what a charming fellow! And I guess if no one else wants the second torch, I'll just casually put it out.
No problem. To correct what I said earlier, Anara does not light a torch.
I didn't think she would.
Okay, then I guess the next thing to do would be to start looking down the corridor and see what we can spot, unless Slow wants to have his rest.
I've already done it.
Oh, okay.
I assume that's what we've done already.
Oh, right.
Slow, are you going to have produce flame active to keep the light source?
I am, yes. So you have it in one hand.
Okay, and I guess if I fly by just sort of start looking around this corner and see what I can see.
No worries. After a good amount of time, you guys rest and recover your hit points. You start to make your way out. Just on the right-hand side, as you do turn the corner, you can see what looks to be a small bell attached to the wall.
Can I see if there's like any string attached to the bell, or?
It is indeed attached to a string that goes into the wall itself. That's from where, just behind where Bobby is.
Can I do an investigation on it, or...?
Not a problem. You can probably surmise it's just a warning system.
Oh wait, did I hit it on the way out?
No, you didn't. You would have had to have struck it. Most likely for use from the hobgoblins themselves.
Oh, okay. I guess in that case, if we haven't started the alarms, I'll just sort of slowly creep forward, poking my head round corners, seeing if I could spot anything without giving myself away.
No worries. What's your party order at this point? Because as I can see it, you're quite staggered. Is that intentional?
No, like Slow's just gonna walk behind him.
Okay, the group of people following you do stay around about 20 foot. Finn's moving very slowly and Anara's keeping pace with him. The orc, who did not give you his name, is walking slowly behind them as well.
Okay. I'm just sort of walking slowly, just like I said, just poking my head around the corner, seeing what I can see.
Not a problem. As you come out of this corner to the right, it then leads in two directions, a left and a right.
Okay. I guess I turn back to the others and go, left or right? Which seems like a better direction to you?
Go right.
Right is always right.
Okie doke then. I sort of, I briefly sort of, step back to the others here and go, just so you know, we're going right.
I'm gonna keep moving.
And yeah, and then I'll go back to join the others.
Just remembered I didn't move the player view for everyone else. Apologies for anyone watching.
Okay, so yeah, I guess we, I mean, I can keep taking the lead if, I can keep taking the lead or offer it to you guys. It's up to you.
I'll go first.
Yeah, you do that.
Okay then. Lead on. What was your name?
I don't believe in names. And I'm just
Okay.
gonna keep walking on.
Okay then. Yeah, in that case, I'll just slowly follow behind him.
I've never liked caves.
I do prefer the coast myself. Although caves can have some interesting things sometimes.
Slow, could you make me a dexterity save?
Uh-oh.
And the rest of you might want to move back to where you were before the information comes to pass.
Righto.
Not a problem. Slow, as you walk over the ground ahead of you, this square just in front of you, you can feel the ground beneath you start to crumble and slip away. You quicken your step and run past it just as that whole section falls into the ground.
I'm getting a strong sense of deja vu.
Well, that was a close one.
Indeed.
Can I make an insight roll to know if it was a trap or if it was just literally loose stones?
You could have potentially done a check to find if it was trapped, but that would have been beforehand. As it stands this time round, there isn't really any evidence except a big hole.
Onward and forward, as always. And I'm going to keep going.
Perhaps you might want to slow down and be more cautious, friend.
Slow down?
As you can imagine...
I'm already slow, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn back to the others and just so you know, there is a pit over there. Oh, nice.
Wow, he's so good at this. He's so good. This time you start to feel it falling under your feet once more. You've seen this and you almost quick step into a cartwheel to avoid this, despite being your size and how big you are. You easily roll out of the way of this.
The road goes marching on and on. Down through the caves, where are we? I forget the rest.
Hey, big guy, all these traps you're setting off or holes coming in, we're going to end up letting them all know we're here.
I let them come.
Right. Bagu turns to the others and goes,
Onward!
As you can see, there are holes here. I think might be difficult for Finn, was it, to leap over here?
As he disappears around the corner to your right, the half-orc slowly says under his breath to Bagu and Bobby, he's going the wrong way.
Wait, how do you know?
Do you want to know why, or do you want my advice?
Okay, fair enough. Nameless man, you're going the wrong way, apparently.
Yeah, rat boy, come on.
There are no wrong ways in life, young ones. I keep going.
Okay.
Yep. As you shout that down the corridor, Jonan, and your voice echoes down the corridor, Slow, make a listen check.
Seconds.
How deep are these holes quickly?
Round about 15 feet.
Ah.
And can
10 foot wide.
Okay, so it's possible for us to jump over them, maybe?
Yes. You could also climb down and through, but that would require 2 checks.
Yes, I remember that.
And I will also say, given your size and weight, Bagu is 450 odd pounds.
Yeah.
As your race, you will unlikely be getting past these obstacles very easily. Slow, ahead of you, you can hear a very kind of slow click like the shifting of metal.
Oh.
It may not be the wrong way, but I think we're all moving left anyway, so if you don't want to be alone...
I'm never alone. Nature's on my side. I'm going to try to hop across this pit casually.
Not a problem.
Boy Arthur, what's your name? Come on.
Huh.
Like last time I casually tried to jump a pit, it did not go well. Athletics?
Yeah, strength based.
Oh, God.
After his very fortunate string of luck earlier, the tide has turned as Slow steps backwards, going for a running leap, probably the fastest you've seen him move, but he does start his leap before the edge, and his foot catches the corner and he sends himself face down into the dirt.
Oh dear. Right.
This is a low point for me.
2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah,
Trying
it's
to
a
climb back
pit,
out.
isn't it?
I'm gonna turn to the others and goes, who thinks they're athletic enough to get over this pit?
Ah, we're going left.
Well, it only makes sense to save him rather than leave him to his fate.
I'm sure he
I'm
can get out.
fine.
Yeah, see, he's
You
fine.
easily climb your way out, given your height and your strength. You claw your way out with ease. Anara
Exactly the
seems
same casual jump across the next one.
not a problem. Anara seems particularly aversive to going in that direction with her husband, whose leg is broken.
Oh, don't worry, I had a backup plan if that was the right way.
Yet again, you find yourself face planted down into the soil.
Alright, at this point, I just sort of casually walk towards the pit and then throw down this rope I had.
1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Here, this might help you get out easily.
I do not take the rope and just climb up next to it. There's no easy walk through life, friend. Embrace nature. And I just rub my face on the dirt.
So that's what you call falling into a pit.
Just shy as you start to climb, you can feel the dirt falling beneath your fingers, and you claw away at it, but you don't manage to find your way above it.
You sure you don't want this rope?
No.
Out of curiosity, do you notice that people get irritable with you?
No. I am a friend to all. And he's gonna try again.
Well, that is a genuine surprise.
This time you elect to simply walk forward into the dirt. It doesn't get you up, unfortunately.
I appear to be trapped down here. This is the end for me, my friend.
Bagu once again flicks the rope and says, "Will you please just use this rope?"
Okay, I'm gonna grab the rope. And then just tug really hard.
It's not a problem. With the sheer weight of the tortoise, like creature, you easily are able to find your way out. Because he makes such an efficient anchor. You get the feeling that if Bagu was the one to walk ahead, it would have been very bad for him, given its sheer weight of the
I
shell.
weigh the same weight as him.
No
Oh,
worries.
Wait, genuinely, is he the same weight as me?
I'm 380.
I'm 420.
So basically the same.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. From a story purpose, he's a giant tortoise.
Yes. Okay, let's say, okay, please climb out.
Are we done messing in the dirt now, are we?
Yes, I believe so. Onwards with extreme caution.
Throw caution to the wind, friends. And I'm just gonna walk forward, same as usual.
I don't seem to have a light source active on my character.
I'll just fix that. You taking a torch, are you?
No, I've got my hooded lantern, so I can cover it when I need to.
Bagu walks cautiously
That's activated for you.
Bagu walks behind Slow cautiously and sort of casually remarks to the others, I suppose it's useful for seeing oncoming dangers.
You only truly live when you're in danger, my friend.
No, we're definitely in peril.
Personally, I think you only truly live once you've started drinking. Also the ocean waves. This is all irrelevant. My apologies.
That's, I mean, if you don't drink, you'll die.
No, I meant alcoholic drink. Never mind. I'm gonna make a perception check just to see if I can see anything that might be a trap or anything
You
ahead of
make
us.
your way to a reinforced door with rusted iron panels. It's closed ahead of you. The skulls line the wall, several affixed to the door.
Knock on the door.
A very loud, echoing thud comes across, but alas, it is sealed shut.
Any kind of locking mechanism whatsoever?
Not that you can see.
Well, they certainly love their death-based aesthetic.
I make a perception check then, maybe to search the door for anything.
Yeah, go for it. From this side, you don't see any notable mechanism.
Oh, that's shut.
Okay. I then turn to I turn around to our orc friend and goes, "So which way now?"
Well, I'm not an expert of these caves. If this is shut, there's more than one way out. These caves intersect into each other, and secret passages lie all around this place.
Okay, that's good to know. But as for right now, do we go past the door or around this corner here?
Well, I'm not intimately familiar.
Oh, okay. In that case, pure luck. So, Slow, which way do Nameless Man, which way do you want to go?
Slow doesn't realise that's him and just looks about. And he's going to use Druidcraft to make a little crown of laurels and just put it on his head.
Okay, man with flowers on head, who also fell down pits, which way do you feel like going?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Ah.
I know names aren't your thing, but would it be possible for me to give you a name just so I don't keep calling you Nameless Man? Or to avoid situations like this?
Sure.
Ratman sounds good, eh?
Ratman it is.
Seems a bit demeaning, but never mind.
Come,
Nah,
loud
he's useful.
one. Let's go.
Okay then, I guess this direction maybe? Oh yeah, he's already moving, never mind.
Does anyone know any songs? I do so love songs.
I do know one.
Fresh out.
I do know a couple, but they're more suited for an ocean-based environment.
At which point you can see a javelin fly right past the ear of Slow. I would like everyone to roll initiatives.
Oh god.
I think I've found some enemies.
Oh, I think they found you.
Oh my god. Okay, I know I'm a tortoise, but this is getting ridiculous.
Well, at least they'll be really slow. Okay, Joshua, what did you get on Slow?
Uh, 18, sorry.
Okay, and Bagu?
I got 5.
5, and Bobby?
10.
Oh wow, it updated for me, that's really cool. Okay, Slow, you're up.
Can I see these enemies?
The attack came from directly behind you.
Yeah, I'll casually walk down. I appear to have found them. I am going to beast shape into a brown bear.
When you enter this area, it contains just a bunch of trash, really, a bench and a few stools, but most notably it contained 6 hobgoblins who were potentially resting or sleeping, but they have made themselves ready in the time they heard your voices come along, and they're prepared for battle. What were you beast shaping into, sorry?
A brown bear.
No problem, I'll just get that for you. Make your attack, and I will fetch it.
Yes, so I will attack the one on my left first.
I think that might be a hit.
Sorry, just sorting out the token.
No worries.
Whilst all this is going on, Bagu's just going to motion to the others that, the guys behind us, I should say, that we're about to enter combat.
Is this a bite or a claw?
This is a bite.
Your bite digs into the arm of the hobgoblin to the right of you, and you almost shear it off, but he holds back just enough as his comrade pulls him from your grip.
It's actually 1 extra damage on that, if that makes a difference.
It does make a difference, in which case you do tear his arm from his body, and his comrade pulls away a lifeless corpse as it drops to the ground.
Second attack on the one to my right.
That is going to be a miss, I'm afraid. As he saw what happened to his comrade, he backed away just in time for your strike to miss.
That's me done.
Next up, the Anara from behind the group starts to move forward. At which point she actually does stop, because she's not entirely sure what creature that was making that noise, because she hasn't seen Slow become a bear before. So she kind of tucks in behind Bobby. At which point it moves on to Bobby.
I'm going to move up to the corner a minute. Is there any light source in the room, or is it going to be in darkness?
It is darkness aside from your lantern at this point. When Slow turned into a bear, he lost his light source but gained dark vision.
And the nearest hobgoblin. Doesn't qualify for sneak attack though, does he?
Unless he is engaged, he will not.
He counts as engaged with the bear, right? Because it's large.
Yeah, I was just correcting myself. The bear doesn't have dark vision. I thought it did. So you are technically blind, Slow, but I will allow the previous attack to happen because that was my bad.
So you just say the lantern was producing light when it dropped on the ground? I don't know.
Don't have a lantern.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah.
At this point, I assume you're coming in with your lantern, Bobby.
Yeah.
No problem. The one, sorry, to the right is engaged, yes. You could get a sneak attack with him. That is a hit. A dagger, was it?
Short bow.
A short bow. Your bolt comes in, it hits him right between the eyes, and his body flies backwards to the far wall.
I'm then going to use the rest of my movement to go back round the corner.
At which point, Bagu, it's your action.
Okay, I'll quickly say to the rogue, how many are there?
More than 5. Wait,
Okay.
no, maybe less now. 1 died, and 1 was already dead.
Okay then. So I then moved around here, and let's see, what can I see from here? I can see one of it. Actually, hang on, how much movement do I use? So from there it'd be 25, and that's another. Okay, I can move it a little bit forward. Okay, in that case, I see. I decide to focus on the hobgoblins first rather than the giant brown bear, which is a bit perturbing, but I think there's a fairly good chance it's probably Ratman. And I am going to throw my spear at this hobgoblin here, who I assume doesn't get cover from the massive bear in front of him.
No, you're good.
Okay then. Let's see, this is my first time using macros on Roll20, so let's see if this works.
Well, there you go. Double damage with your spear. Is that what you're throwing?
Yes.
Go for it.
Alright, so is that double the dice or just double the damage we had?
Double the dice.
Okay. Also, I have dueling, so it doesn't count when I throw the weapon, or only when I do a stamina attack with it?
I would have to
This
look.
is melee.
Yeah, I'd have to look at the wording of dueling.
Oh, is it only melee? Okay, in that case, I'll just will not add the +2 then. Well, I'll put the. Never mind. So yeah, that's 8 damage in all, 16.
Okay, I was going to go for roll the extra dice rather than just straight up double it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No worries, that looks like enough to me. Your spear comes in, it strikes him in the sternum, and as the crossbow bolt sends the previous hobgoblin to the wall, this one sticks the hobgoblin into the wall as it flies through him.
Alrighty, and with that, I guess I'll hold my position and turn to the others and say, "Don't worry, I'll take the rest of the hits." I really hope you're him.
You're good, Baku. They have no path to get to you.
But yeah, I'm just gonna hold position here.
At which point it moves on to the hobgoblins, who pretty much have to go for the bear because he is as large as that square is. And they come in with their attacks.
I have a huge 11 AC.
First one gets a 17, and I used the wrong damage dice last time. It should have been a D8, so here comes that. 8 points of slashing. The next one comes in with his attack, and he does not have advantage because he's in the middle. And like he needed advantage, apparently.
And here we are fighting the Hobgoblin Elite.
10 points of slashing damage, and the last one comes in with his flanking. And still a miss on 9.
Yeah, it actually does miss.
So there you go. That's them. It then moves back around to Anara, who I might have had. No, sorry. It is Slow. He's disappeared because I've changed his token, but he is still on the order.
So claw on one, bite on the other.
Go for it.
Well, I suppose it might miss actually. So that would be claw. Now bite.
Not a problem. Your bite does come in. I imagine you want one of the ones on the side.
9.
Your bite comes in, you bite at his leg, he just about pulls himself free. The blood starts to trickle from his wound, but he's still up there and fighting.
That's me.
Just around the corner, Anara makes her way just behind Bagu, pretty much using him as cover.
I'll just casually say, stay behind me, stay behind me, young lady. Stab things if they get close.
She, once again, although it's not in your view, Bagu, but it is in yours, Bobby, produces that kind of shining blade, which I forgot to give the extra bonus or whatever, pulls it out and flings it towards the hobgoblin on the left, or as you're looking at it, guys, for the audience on the right, and comes in and hits him just under the chin, right in the neck. His head flips back and he slowly falls to the floor. His body goes limp. And that moves us on to Bobby.
Or throw them like that. That is very impressive.
I'm going to come from around the corner. Step in front of Baguio a bit. And hit the hobgoblin over here with a, well, attempt to with a short bow.
No worries. Her attack bonus should have been too high up, it doesn't matter. Not a problem, that is a hit.
Get sneak on that as well, don't I?
It will do because he's engaged. And you do not need to roll your damage, although you may if you wish. Is this with the short bow? Sorry, that's what I'm seeing on the screen. Or is this the... Okay, yeah. Your arrow comes in and hits him similar, just in the neck. The neck weeps out blood and crimson as he slowly, shakingly legs, collapses to the floor, coughs and splutters up some more blood, and then lies face down in the dirt. And that is the end of this encounter.
Nice.
Is there not one still alive?
You are actually correct, I couldn't see him. Yes, there's one still alive.
I mean, if he wants to run away, that's
he
fine.
actually does step backwards. You have an attack of opportunity on him.
I will claw.
For narrative purposes, since he's one last guy, I will have that be a hit. It strikes him across the midsection and his blood starts to weep out, at which point you wrap your bare maw across his face and bite his head clean off. You tussle it in your mouth for a moment before flinging it back down to the floor. And he is done.
I'm going to take a step back from the bear.
Bagu watches this and goes,
I like to
Rat
imagine.
Bear, are you Ratman? Please nod if you are.
I like to imagine my bear still has that crown of flowers around his head.
It
Is that
does,
right,
yes.
Leo? So I'm just like,
Okay, phew.
I think it's possibly safe to say it's Ratman, but you know, how many bears do you see wearing that?
True, true. Plus, he did murder the hobgoblins. That does help. It's okay, everyone. The bear is on our side. I take a moment to just go back to this hobgoblin and just sort of pull my spear out of its carcass and just give it sort of like a vague clean off before sheathing it once more.
Does the hobgoblins have anything of interest or anything else in this room apart from the trash?
Anara sleekly comes in and retrieves her dagger before stirring it once more. This time the dagger seems to disappear from her person when she went to pick it up. Perhaps she lost it in the melee somewhere, but it's not found. So that's a natural 20.
Nice.
There is a very fantastic looking hat on the side of that bench. It has it has a red feather in it and it looks extravagant. The hobgoblins themselves are all armed with a medium-sized axe.
Nah, I'm just walk out the room.
Yeah, I'm fine with my spear.
They also had, I said javelin earlier, it should have been spears, but we'll go with javelins because that's what I said. They each have a javelin, except the one that threw it.
Did I see this hat when I was in that room?
It was not in your main vision because you were fighting, but it was in there.
Okay, I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna pick up a javelin just as a spare and just kind of Actually, I'm just trying to think of whether or not I actually have any space to carry it. So I think it would just be tied to a belt or something. Yeah, I'll just say tied to my belt for the moment, and then I just sort of pick up the hat and examine it, I guess. I mean,
It looks extravagant.
Looks like it'd be fit nicely on this bear's head.
I turn around and goes, "Does anyone want an extravagant hat?"
I smash my way into that room.
To clarify, those were battle axes.
Okay. Oh, I thought they were javelins. Okay, never mind.
Battle axes, there were the medium-sized axe, and they were javelins that they had as well.
Okay, so yeah, I just pick up one of the javelins tied to my belt, and when this bear charges towards me, I very cautiously place the extravagant hat on his head.
Excellent. For anyone nitpicking, I don't know what damage dice I rolled for the attack with the javelin. I probably rolled a d6, but it doesn't matter. They're javelins now, so next up it will be a d8.
In fairness, spears it doesn't matter because spears are d6 anyway,
Oh, yeah,
unless you do it two-handed, in which case they're d8.
Yeah, and javelins are d6 no matter what.
Okay, sure, it's a d6. Okay, just in case anyone says. The hat loosely fits upon the bear's head. You have a feeling when he moves around, it'll probably fall off.
Okay, I lean towards the bear goes, okay. I must say this, the hat just about fits you, but you're gonna need to move very slowly and cautiously to make sure it stays in your head, okay?
He nods very slowly.
As you do, the hat topples down onto the floor at the feet of Agu.
I quickly catch it and start straightening on his head. Okay, so follow behind me very slowly and very cautiously whilst we try and make it through this cave safely. Okay?
He nods very slowly.
I sort of tap the hat as well just in case. Okay, follow me, and I sort of cautiously move around here and I turn to Bobby and I go, Rogue Man of Lantern, do you put? Can you see anything around the corner there? Or?
I will say that when you do make it back around the corner, you all notice the absence of that large orc that was next to Finn. Finn himself is flat on the ground, unmoving, and Inara quickly moves to tend him. And with that, I would like to take a 5-minute break, and we will be back after that.
Oh.
Okay, see you guys then.
See you in a minute.
Hello everyone, we're back, and what we have learned is you never trust an orc, and that javelins are a d6, which is a thing.
Okay.
So, where we last left it, the orc had just disappeared from the group, leaving Finn face down in the dirt. I forgot how basic weapons work on the rolls, because that's what happens on live streams. And I believe Jonan was also blind at one point when I didn't give him sight. But, you know, live streams, yay! So, this is where the party are. They're left at a crossroads.
Bagu looks over to... goes out to look at Finn. Is he still conscious at this point, or just...
Anara slowly turns him over in a panic. He does seem to be vaguely conscious, although his eyes are vacant.
Oh dear. Did anyone see anyone attack us from behind?
Well, the orc not being here, I guess it was the orc. Told you was in the cell for a reason.
Oh well, live and learn, I guess. I mean, he was helpful briefly. He prevented our bear friend here from falling into the holes.
Anara looked up towards you, Bagu, tearfully. Can you do something?
Okay, I can try the old cure wounds again. And I lean forward and do just that.
Go for it.
Alright, so that was 1d8 plus 4. No, plus 2, what am I talking about? Oh god.
It's enough to bring him to conscious, and as he comes around, he looks bewildered around, as in the distance you can hear Slow in bear form slowly gnawing away at a door in front of him.
Just quickly, seems, are you alright, dear Finn?
What happened?
Oh, well, I guess that answers my second question. Well, since you don't appear to be aware of what happened, I guess we have no choice but to try and keep up with the rest of the party who seem to be leaving us behind. Can you still walk?
Yeah, I'm fine. And he gets up, and he doesn't really make it very far before he slumps down. And Ara puts him over her shoulder. She's stronger than she looks, and she's able to carry him along.
Okay, I will just quickly walk alongside them and say, if you need to, my shell can take it if you want to drop him on there, and then tries to catch up with the others.
And so you do. You make it towards a door. There's a locked door ahead of you. It's pretty heavily locked up. It looks a bit more sturdy than the areas you've come across previously. Most of them did not have any barricades except the main door, which you expect to be the way out, but it was heavily fortified.
Come on, rat man, I can't get past your berryness. Let me have a look at those locks. Is it literally multiple locks, or am I going to get away with one check here?
It is a lock. You have thief tools on you. I've just realised I've left the settings section of Roll20 up for everyone to see. Switch that back round to the chat. That was me reconnecting the video. That's why Ratman's back, everybody.
Yeah, I definitely do. I'll add them in my character sheet.
Not a problem. Then you may attempt to pick the lock. Not a problem. You use your thieves' tools, and this to you looks like an easy and simple lock. Despite how solid the door looks, you easily click it open.
I'll make a quick listen check before I open the door, if there's anything on the other side.
Not a problem, go for it. You do hear hushed voices. What languages do you speak? You do speak Goblin, don't you?
Yep, I understand Goblin and Orc.
Yes.
I think that's it.
In Goblin, you hear hold, hold.
I'll hold up my fist for the others, for them to halt. And I'll point towards the door.
I nod and charge the door.
Go for it.
I'm going to move out of the way.
Give me an initiative roll between yourself and Slow.
In the meantime, cue danger music.
Yeah.
Oh. He gestured towards the door.
At which point, you basically burst forth, and the door's not locked because it's been unlocked. You burst through it. And
I walk up towards Bobby and go, are you alright, good sir?
I think I'm here.
For
Barely.
everyone else, you see the door burst open as the bear charges its way through it. You come to an armory. Armaments are in evidence everywhere, filling open chests, hanging from pegs, and there's a large amount on the table ahead of you. Also in the room, unfortunately, are 3 hobgoblins that were held with their javelins ready, and they hurl them as you wade your way through.
Also, I assume I don't see any of this since I don't actually have dark vision as well.
Correct, you don't.
There's still line blocking on the room.
Yeah, we can't see
Yeah,
inside.
sorry, I will move you guys through it.
I can see now, yeah!
And javelins have been thrown at the bear.
Because the rat man.
Of course, one of those a natural 20.
That's weird, it didn't look like there were 20s, but it's telling me it's a 20.
I see the 20 on my
All
screen.
3 of them hit.
Okay. I didn't use surprise or anything because you coming through the door pretty much stunned them a little bit. A giant bear breaking its way through the door. They were ready for a human to come through, or humanoid, and they come in. And I'll just roll regular damage because I think I saw the 3D dice not, and I didn't think I saw a 20. I don't know. We'll see when we watch it back.
Yeah, and I can see it to 20 directly on my screen, but
I take my punishment for my stupidity. Is that more than that? Oh, that's the correct.
It should have been 3d6. So it is a total of 16.
That is just enough to bust my bear form.
Not a problem. I best fetch your token.
whilst all this is going on, Magoo just sort of turns around to an hour and Finn and just going, "Yep, hobgoblins this side."
Well, what a hairy situation we're in.
And everyone can roll initiatives as I put on some a bit more exciting music.
Right up. Oh my god, I actually get something above 5.
Rapman's on the job.
That's an 8 for them.
Alright, so as it updated, oh, there we go.
Okay, Slow, are you on 3, is that correct?
Correct.
And Bagu 21?
Yep.
Bobby 12?
Yeah.
first to move is Bagoo.
Okay, so if I'm just checking the distance... Yeah, of course it is. Okay, I'm just gonna move in front of here. Turn to the others and say, stay behind me, I can take it. And then chuck my spear at this guy here.
Go for it. Your spear comes in, they see it coming, and the two hobgoblins sidestep, and it shoots past into a suit of armour on the far wall, sticking into that instead.
Well, that is unfortunate. Well, very well, come on then, and I take up a defensive stance and then my turn.
Bobby, it moves round to you as you can see Anara just making her way to the door behind you. She's got her hand on the door and she's just about halfway in, halfway out. Finn is limping up behind, but you can't see him. You can just hear his groans as he moves. But it's your action, Bobby.
I'm going to ready my short bow and I'll strike a hobgoblin once they become engaged with Bagoo there.
Okay, so you're going to hold your attack action with your short bow.
Yeah.
At which point it does move on to them and they start moving forward, so you may make your attack roll. Two of them are going for Bagoo. The third one is running past, most likely to you as the next closest. That would be the one on the far right.
If he's running past, can I make an attack of opportunity?
He's 10 foot from you, unfortunately.
Gah!
I'm going to go for one of the ones on Bagoo so I can get my sneak on him. I'm guessing that hits.
Yes, it is. The third one is just shy of you when he makes his way up. Nice. That will significantly impair their tactics as they were going for flanking. Your bow comes past, it rockets past the hobgoblin that stops just short at you, roaring with his axe in hand, and it goes straight into the hobgoblin on the right of Bagoo, sending him down to the ground.
That should even up the odds a bit.
Thank you!
This display caused the hobgoblin on the left to totally swing wide with his battle axe, at which point it moves on to slow.
I am technically useless unless I shift forms. I'm just going to produce flame on the one closest to Bagoo.
Go for it. Is it a save? That's definitely a hit.
Five damage.
5 points of fire damage come across his form. It just seems to anger the hobgoblin further. At which point we move back around to Bagoo.
Okay. Bagoo sees the one running past and goes up towards him just to smack him in the face, going, "No, no, pay attention this way." And I'm guessing that's going to be an attack of opportunity for the other one.
Again, he strikes wide. His blade, in fact, hits the back of your shell as you move off.
Okay, and I'm going to do an unarmed strike on this guy, but it'll be with claws, so it's adding the strike modifier to the damage, I believe.
Go for it. That is a hit.
Okay. Oh, no, that's a completely wrong
Your
die,
claws do D20s?
No, 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 no. Done. You know what? Stop the macros. I'll just do the tumbler.
Go for it. Your claw swipes across his back. You can feel him wrench in pain. Still up though.
Okay, and yeah, that ends my pretty much. I'm just trying to get this guy's attention.
At which point it moves on to Inara, who slips in past Bobby and over to the Hobgoblin. I'm not going to bother rolling damage because he's definitely dead. The blade comes in, it strikes him in his nose, and it buries it deep into his cranium. And when she pulls it out, a splatter of blood flies back onto the cheek of Slow, before she quickly then stows the blade.
Impressive, if a little excessive.
Bobby, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to step out here a bit. And again with my short bow, I'm going to wait for the Hobgoblin to engage with Bagoo there. Or if it comes past him, I'll then shoot him with the bow either way.
Not a problem, it then does go onto them, even though they're being removed from the turn order because I made one invisible. Go for your shot. That strike lands. And just shy, but for the purposes of this, since he's the last one, I will kill him off as your bow shot hits him right between the eyes. You can see his face shatter for the impact, and what must be brain residue erupts upon the shell of Bagoo, staining it as the body slowly and lifelessly collapses to the ground.
That's messier than I intended.
Oh well, I'm sure it doesn't matter. I will go back to the suit of armor to pull out my spear back out.
Not a problem.
Aha, stuff.
Oh yes, an armory.
Once you do a full search of the room, which you can do unimpeded at this point, you produce 12 silver pieces amongst the lot. And there is a full stash of weapons and armor here, including the following: a full set of plate mail, human-sized. There's also a full set of chain mail. Both of those are on the far side of the room. There is at least 5 suits of leather armor contained within the chests, 6 daggers, battle axe, although there are more battle axes amongst the corpses, 4 maces, 3 broadswords, 2 short swords, a longbow, 5 light crossbows, a ton of arrows. You could easily take a quiver each, 10 silver arrows, usefully enough. Again, crossbow bolts you could easily fill a quiver, and there is a fine amount of spears. You could take as many as you could carry, and there is also 5 halberds amongst the loot as well.
I will.
And to extend upon that, any basic weapon you would want, you could find here.
All right,
and that's that's without doing a search roll.
Okay, I'm going to drop the javelin and then take the second spit and then take a moment to look at. Bagoo looks at the new spear and the old spear, decides to keep the old spear, but takes one of the shinier-looking javelins to put on his back belt.
Not a problem.
I do a perception check, see if I can find anything interesting in this room.
Yeah, searching the whole room.
So I see everything.
You start to make your investigation, but it's at that point you realise that splatter of blood that fell across your face earlier when Anara struck the hobgoblin, and you pause and you peel it off your cheek and look at it and go, "That's blood," and you stop for just a moment because you feel for a moment you may be injured. Anyone else? Anyone else want to investigate?
Yeah, I want to pick up a dagger, a short sword, the silver arrows, and a few more arrows as well, normal ones.
No problem. You can fill a quiver easily.
And then I'll make a check in the room.
Go for it.
Whilst that's going on, I just turn to an arrow and fill it and go, "There are fancy weapons here if you want them."
Anara actually definitely goes and grabs a second dagger. She also grabs a couple more daggers which she hides amongst what little remains of her gear. They almost vanish completely within the torn rags that she has. Bobby, you're looking around, you're not seeing anything particularly. I mean, there's such a wealth of weapons in front of you that you can't quite find anything of use.
I then turn to the others and go, appears we're at a dead end. Must have taken a wrong turn somewhere.
Ratman, could you tilt your camera down? There you go. Sorry, you were like, your head was really tiny at the bottom of the screen. It was really weird.
It's just how I am.
Yeah. So we've had 2 out of 3 search the room, is that correct?
Yes.
I found lots of icky metal things.
I've just sort of pondered that it appears to be a dead end. That's about it. I mean, I can make an investigation if you want.
You can. Otherwise, I will give you a courtesy. Anara has a look around.
I might give it one more go.
Yeah, you can give it 2 goes before I will count it as a failure. For yourself, I would. You're mulling around the room, but then I was going to say Ratman because that's what it's come up as. You take a second slow and purposeful look around the room this time, and you find that the rock surface to the right. I'm not sure if you can see my ping. It doesn't look like it.
I saw it.
But you do see that there would perhaps be the outline of a doorway in this section here.
Edge row. I'll try to open it.
Go for it.
How? Do I need to roll?
It would just be a strength check. It would appear to be inside the stone itself. So it's pretty heavy and almost invisible from the outlook. Not a problem. I will just say you heave it past and it comes across, and you find yourself with a small 5 foot wide, very cramped passageway leading towards another, what looks like dead end, but you would assume would possibly be another entranceway.
Oh. This would be difficult. I'll try to squeeze my way down that, considering I'm like 8 foot tall.
Yes, you can. The further you get in, and the noise of sheathing the stone aside, you can hear voices from the other side.
No, wake up! Oh dear.
I'm going to shift into a giant hyena.
No problem.
Wait, can I? Is this 10? It's not 10 foot wide, is it?
Yeah, awkwardly on the map it is, but it should not be. It should be 5 foot wide. So yeah, you can't transform at this point.
I will not then.
So we're basically going single file at this stage.
Yes.
On my count, I just opened the door up.
Okay, go for it. Give me a strength. Not a problem. You heave the stone in front of you aside, being the heavy form that you are. You come across a room. It's very large, but the most noticeable fact about it is it's clearly a guard room. Several kobolds look in your direction expectantly as they heard the noise. I'd like you all to roll initiatives, and I'll plop you on the other side.
Oh, God.
No, rat man.
And I'm back to the small rolls again.
Oh wow, Anara is really slow this time.
I guess before this begins, I turn back and go, just so you know, Anara, there's a load of kobolds here.
That does halt her step. So, is 14 accurate for yourself, Slow?
It is.
You are awkwardly not the slowest. 11 for Bobby and 6 for Bagu.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you are first to go, Slow, as you emerge from outside of the tunnel.
Giant hyena.
Go for it. I will make your attack and I will grab the token. As you claw, he steps back and your claws rack against the side of the opening. Or bite, whichever it was.
It was a claw.
Is everything alright out there?
Hyena noise. I really do not know what a hyena sounds like.
Excellent. After which it goes to Bobby.
Can I see into the room at this point?
You cannot. Your vision is obstructed by a giant hyena butt and a shell of another quite large creature ahead of you.
Man, I never wish I had something else to look at more. I'm going to hold my turn until I can see and do stuff.
Oh, what are you holding it for? Just for the people in front of you to move?
Yeah, but I think that's going to be a while.
Okay, and then if you see a hobgoblin, you'll attack it.
No, I might wait for a kobold.
Sorry, I meant to say hobgoblin if I said kobold at any point.
Oh, right,
Okay.
so the hobgoblins, right. Yep.
Yeah, my apologies.
Yep, that's what I'll be doing.
Okay. At which point we move on to Bagu.
I think it's them first. Because I rolled a 6.
You did. I got them on the wrong end on my order sheet. On my turn order, rather. Thank you for being honest.
Curse my honesty.
Three of them come in for the large hyena. One of them moves out the door ahead of it.
Does it move away from me?
It was already 20 foot away from you.
That's a shame.
I imagine just the one hit.
Just the one hit.
2 points of slashing damage as your hide absorbs most of the blows as they come in. Which one it then does go to Bagu.
Just the 2 then.
Ow.
Yes, just 2 damage.
Just laugh it off. Come on, move up, guys.
Sorry, you're up,
Get in
Bagu.
there.
Okay, right, yes. Alright, so I is my vision obstructed by hyena butt?
Unfortunately it is, yeah, he's a large creature and he occupies the square he's in, and you're coming from a 5-foot area, despite it being larger on the map than it actually is.
Okay, in that case, I'm I'm going to give it a light shove on the back just to try and encourage it to move forward just a little bit for me to step out. Because that's about all I can do at this point.
No worries, go for sorry, I said go for it. Yeah, you tap him on the ass. You carefully aim not to get anything wrong in that respect. He's gonna have to move. So are you holding your move? You can't hold your move. Sorry, you're holding your attack action until he moves out of the way.
Yeah, basically. Because that's all I can do at this point.
At which point?
Actually, hang on, wait. Can I actually? Is there something where I could do a shove, like based on a strength check, rather than just?
In this instance, I would say no, because he is a large creature.
Okay.
So I would
I do
say.
have high strength though. Does that count? No, I don't know.
Yeah, he's got nowhere to move as well because he's been blocked.
Oh right. Okay. Fair enough.
So if he kills something, then he can move ahead. As
I'm
it
never
stands,
moving.
as it stands, he's blocked on all avenues. At which point it moves to Anara, who slowly crawls up just behind Bobby. She doesn't seem to be in that much of a rush because you can hear the commotion and the clashing of steel ahead. And then it moves on to Slow once more.
Try to nom nom.
That is a hit.
Nom nom.
That is certainly enough damage to heavily wound one of the kobolds. It's on the ground as you knock it down just ahead of you. With that, I will allow you to move past it if you wish. It'll be the one directly ahead of you.
Perfect.
Is that it?
But yeah, that's it.
Okay, you crawl into him, you stampede over him, and that moves it to... Bagu, you had your attack held. Would you like to do anything? You can see through the hole ahead of you, there are 3 hobgoblins. One of them is just about being trampled over.
Okie doke. I can't actually see it from the player side of things, so I'm gonna throw the spear at the one that's closest to me. Whichever one that is.
Yeah, go for it. That would actually that would be the one on the ground, so you could go for one of the other ones.
Okay, I'll go for the closest one that's standing up.
Yeah, go for it. Because the one on the ground you'd have disadvantage with a ranged attack against.
Okay, yeah. In fact, I'll actually use the javelin for this one.
Go for it.
Having said that, I haven't prepared it on here, but okay. -1 for this because I'm using Dex rather than Strength.
That's still a hit with 17. Your javelin finds its mark.
Awesome. So. Not very high, I'm guessing.
4 points of damage comes in. It's enough to send him back slightly as your javelin hits its mark and he staggers backwards. Bobby, you still don't have a visual from your point, but then it does move on to your action.
Same again. Well, I'm going to wait for Bagoo to move, then I shall move up a bit as well and then take a shot on the nearest target.
Okay, at which point it then goes back around to the hobgoblins. The one next to you, Slow, starts to get up. I'll give you an attack of opportunity at that point. You claw at him, but he does manage to find his way to his feet. The second hobgoblin comes towards you that was injured, and the third one goes to the opening just in front of Bagoo. At which point you could go for a strike if you want to, Bobby, but he would have +2 to his AC because of the large tortoise-like creature ahead of him. Do you want to go for that, Bobby?
Is it attacking me?
No, you can just about see him if you wanted to use your attack.
Only +2 AC.
I'll go for it.
Yeah. Nevertheless, you do hit.
Is it counting as engaged at the moment?
He is. With that, your bow shot roars past the ear of Bagoo ahead of you and right into the side of the ear of the hobgoblin, at which point it sticks in the side of his head like it's buried deep in his brain, and he collapses, almost falls straight onto Bagoo in front of him, who just sort of slowly pushes him away as his body falls to the floor.
Yes, don't need to block the entrance way, thank you.
Yeah, coming through.
The one on the who was on the ground gets up and he misses you terribly, Slow, as he is in quite the panic, bleeding out as he is. The second one also comes in for a strike. But this does connect. For 9 points of slashing damage.
Eve.
And next up we should be on to Bagoo's turn.
Moving.
Go for it.
No,
You now
I'm down to 34 life.
you now have the opportunity to get inside.
I can't move forward.
That's because of my line blocking. I will move you forward.
Okay.
There you go. I wasn't stuck on Fog of War for some reason again.
Fair enough. And I shall, let's see, move around to here. Does this count as flanking, or?
Yes, it will do.
Okay, in that case, I tried stabbing with a melee spear. Oh, come on!
Throughout that, you've been stuck too long, and when you finally free yourself from the tunnel, you're a bit exhausted and your attack goes wide of your target.
Okay, and that ends my turn.
It moves on back to Slow. Anara is ready with her action to attack if she has a avenue without cover.
The one I'm flanking.
No worries, your claws come in and they rake across his face. It almost sends him down to the ground, but his resolve keeps him going. Actually, he was already injured, at which point you do send him down to the ground and you start to claw away at his corpse, rending the flesh from his bones.
Rampage! Attack the other one.
Go for it, you just have to hit this guy.
Easier said than done.
The rules tonight, guys.
Alas, your
The
blood,
rules tonight.
your bloodlust gets ahead of you, and whilst you go for a strike, you are unable to find purchase with your bite. That does move it on to Bobby, who now is free to proceed.
And I'll go.
I moved you out just so you could see better, because I've got line blocking on.
If I move here, do I count as flanking?
Yes, because he's still threatening it.
I shall switch to a rapier.
Not a problem, and you don't really need to... Good thing you had advantage, that's a 1. As he is backing away from the giant hyena, you stick your blade into the small of his back, and he slowly backs away onto it, almost unfeeling the pierce of the needle-like point as he slowly penetrates himself upon the blade. After a few moments, his limbs start to go limp and his eyes fade, and he is just a lifeless corpse on your weapon.
Aww.
Even if he had been in full health.
So there you go.
I turn back round to the hole and go, okay, Anara, we're done.
As she
Clear in here.
slowly scurries out from the opening. At which point, if I if I accurately get rid of the enemy tokens.
Oh yeah, before I forget, I'll also take the javelin out of the corpse of the one I hit.
Hey, Scales, did you get a shield from the last room?
Sorry, just to quickly go back to that, Anara comes out from the hole. She casts her eyes to the doorway, where it slowly opens, and several heavily armoured hobgoblins start to make their way through. They part, and... What on earth is that?
I think that's a hyena noise.
Excellent.
I found it, guys.
Excellent. Thankfully. Where was I? Right, okay. There was
Armored
hobgoblins walking through. And they part, and between them, an even more grand and giant-sized hobgoblin, decked out in very fine armour, with a huge crossbow hilt and blade. I'll just move them on.
Okay, never mind, you might want to back up.
When you look back to say that, Anara's gone.
Oh, good. Good, she follows instructions.
At least she didn't stab us, I guess.
Attack!
And as they make their way in, and the hobgoblin war chief looks down upon you, his eyes flare as he is ready for battle. The group look back, and Anara has disappeared, and alas, as she made her way through the opening, potentially stronger than she looks, the hatch closes very quickly, and you find yourself encased with the hobgoblins as they leer closer to you. And on that, we will end this session.
Ah, can I find our ending?
Ah, no.
So I hope you all enjoyed playing it. I hope you all enjoyed watching it. And that's it for us this time for this one shot. We may come back to this at some other point if we have some players unable to attend the regular game, the Curse of Strahd, that we do on every other Saturday. But yeah, this is pretty cool to do. Enjoyed it?
Yes, I did. I'd definitely like to use Bagu again if he doesn't meet his fiery end of this.
It's fine, we got this.
Yeah, easy.
I guess I would. I guess I would just duck into my shell and hope for the best.
I've got loads of healing.
Oh, good, because I used up my 2 on Finn.
I noticed.
I mean, it's in character for him to do, but the player inside of me is screaming, "Damn it!"
I didn't even get to steal her dagger.
It's like a +2 dagger by the sounds of it.
I know, right?
It's pretty cool. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks, Sam M, for joining us. I really appreciate that. Thanks, dude. And yeah, we will see you next time. We should most likely be doing the Curse of Strahd, which Jonan will be DMing. And
Indeed,
we may come
still
back.
Preparing.
We may come back to this game if we are missing a couple of players. It turned out to work out pretty well because we in fact were down 3 players right at the last moment, which so that made this work out pretty well. So thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for participating. I've been MVL. We've had the Jonin Monkey playing Bagu, we've had Joshua playing Ratman aka Slow, and we've had Odin playing Bobby, and it's been real good fun, and we will catch you next time. Thanks, everybody.
Cheerio.
Bye.